Hello, hello. It's Renee, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and of course, my bird, Augie, my beautiful little girl. Anyway, we're here, and as you can see, I'm going to do a little bit of discussion, okay, about these pieces and what I have in mind when I purchased these pieces from the new mini and some from the annual catalog. And I'm going to be showing you how to make this kind of a card right here. Okay, this great card right here. And you can do this card out of designer paper really easily, or, and this is another one that I'm going to explain and show, and that's why I have all of this out, how to make this card. Okay, so I'm going to explain all of that and the pieces involved. Okay, so we're going to start here in just a minute. I must be live on Facebook. How is everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. I can see it right here. Looking good. All right. Well, here we are. And it's about 10 minutes to 3. I am a little early. I thought it was about 3 o'clock, but that's okay. I hope everyone's doing fine. So I have a few things that I wanted to show you that I felt went really well together. And I did buy the sweet gingerbread bundle, and I'm going to be showing you this card and all the pieces that make up this card. All right, and I'm going to demonstrate how to make this card. All right, this type of card. I'm going to be using some other stuff. And I did use the Have a Sweet Christmas stamp for that card. And I also used brick and mortar, which is in the annual catalog. And I use this, which is going to come in the July mini, just in a couple of days by the end of the week. Charming landscapes embossing folders. There are 2 of them. They are the smaller ones, but they work really well because of the way these hills are. You just need your standard 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And if you do that, it really takes up the entire sheet. So for both of these, they work really well. Even though they're half ones, they produce a full page of embossed scenery. Then here are the fun dies, and they even have a hill that I put on the other side. Here are the fun dies that come with that sweet gingerbread bundle. And so these are some of the things that I used. Now, I also used for that one in particular, that Christmas card coming to July, Christmas in July, I used this stamp right here, and I've already used these stamps on some of my videos. I really love the season of chic, and you can see here all of these different dies of snowflakes, and those are great as well. And then of course, even this right here, I looked at this and I thought, well, that could be a bauble. So that's really cute. This is a great bundle, Season of Chic. I did get the entire suite that is in the annual catalog. I am not regretting this at all. I've been using it pretty consistently. So now with that gingerbread suite, besides making that card, I'm going to be making a few cards in the near future with that. And one of the papers that comes from the annual catalog that I think would be great for the fall, and you've seen this, is Happy Forest Friends. I have given you this and shown you this in one of my videos, and I think in the last one even showed you this card, and so that you can see how sweet that can be for a little Thanksgiving. And you could even put a little pumpkin here. If you have a little die cut pumpkin, you could put a little pumpkin right there, and it'll be as cute as can be. So this, I think, makes a great paper for the fall and comes from the annual catalog. All right. And so this card is just all die cut pieces here and just cut out that paper, and quite fun. So the other thing then that I want to talk about that I think will go real well with the gingerbread house, again, is this Santa Express. Okay. And I really feel that the Santa Express, look at the scenery. Could you see a little gingerbread house back there? All right. And then we have, let me get this correct. And then we have that. Again, isn't that lovely? Lovely paper, little gingerbread house with packages waiting outside by the door. Isn't that cute? And there's Mr. and Mrs. Santa. I have shown you this paper before. I really do like it. And I think it's definitely worth looking into. This paper is part of a bundle that is the Santa Express bundle that is coming in the mini. And I really think that that bundle will be helpful. I did not get the stamp set that comes with it, nor the dies, because I wanted to use the gingerbread house with this. And I'm also getting something called candy canes. And so I think it'll be great with this, with that paper and with the cards and more that they have here, which are absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous cards and more. So we can definitely, in that beautiful green, and I believe that's almost like a puppy parade, or that could be the sorbet color. That's probably the sorbet color in there. Again, with these, you know, you get, and I will be showing pretty consistently how to make alternate cards with these. All right. And they really are lovely. They really are lovely. So that's really fun cards. And here's the back side. You get 3 of each of these, pretty much. 3 of each. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Could you see the little house in there? Can't you see that little house? So that's, I just felt that this would go so well with that gingerbread, sweet gingerbread bundle. And that's one of the reasons I got it. And then these, I believe there's 6 of these again, 2, 4, 6. Yes, 6 of each one of these. So there's 6, 6, 6, and 6. Right? And then we can flip it over and see the other side. I mean, they're just too cute. So as you can see, there's no need to buy the stamp set. I can fussy cut this out if I wanted to. And I mean, you just have everything that you could ever want here. Look at that. C4, Christmas, cookies, cheer, carols, the sweet candy canes, which again will go with that other candy cane sweet that's coming. And then here this and this and this. So definitely these again are always the Memories and More card pack that come with the suite. If you buy the entire suite, I highly suggest these. They make wonderful Christmas cards, and you've seen me take cards and more and make fancy folds with them very nicely. Santa Express Memories and More. I believe it was the Abstract Beauty that I showed you last, how to use that, those cards and more, those 6x4s, and how to make some specialty cards. And then they have these clear acetate sheets that have some words on those. And I think this is going to be fun. I have some ideas for these. I think these are going to be great. And then they have some numbers and some happy holidays, winter wonderland, joy. And then these little borders, little Santas, really cute, very, very cute. And then of course these, and these are great. They're almost like wooden ones, and that's going to be really nice. Holiday, happy, holly jolly, wonderland, peace, winter, little stars. Look at that, just great. Merry Christmas, celebrate, ho, 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 Santa Noel. And so these are going to be just great. So I look forward to using this set, and I think it'll be great. And again, it's only like $22 to get all of this, and there's 20 altogether, 20 cards and envelopes, and it's definitely well worth it. Okay, so I cleared that away so that we can talk about this card that I'm going to be making for you, this type of card. So here is how it is. And it stands up, right? And this is just the designer paper. And then you fold it down, goes in a standard envelope, and then it pops open. All right. And I just love this card. I find it to be a very simple card to make. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this card and the dimensions. Now, I want to thank Iced Images, I believe is who it was. Now, Iced Images, she always makes these huge cards, and which is great, but I'd like to make standard size cards. So that's what I did. So this is a standardized, fits in a standard envelope. And so this is going to be, typically, this is going to be 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. So this is 8 1/4 long by 5 1/2 wide. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score. And the important thing always to remember is like, well, what are the dimensions of, what dimensions do those score lines create? Well, the dimensions here are that this is 1 inch and this is 2 inch, this is 1 inch and this is 2 inches. Okay. So when you put it into the machine and you go into your machine and you start scoring, and this is 8 1/4, your first score is going to be 7 1/4. Then they're my beautiful birds, 6 1/4, and then 2 and 1. Those are my score lines. This will create on both ends a score line at 1 and 2. All right. So that's this piece. All right. You can see here that I decided to use our set for this one, which is sweet ice cream. I haven't used much of this and decided that this would be so fun to use. And so that is what I did. All right. And this came in a bundle with a wonderful little punch. All right, which I did get. And at the time, you could buy these shaker shapes. And these shaker shapes I did use for this card. And if you ever see these on clearance, sometimes you see these items on clearance, you might want to get those. All right, or if you have this paper and these items, this is a great way to use these items. All right, the second piece then, all right, is 6 1/4. And this you can decide. This one I made 3 3/4. On my other one, I made 6 1/4 by 4. Those are your two major measurements, just depending on how big you want that center piece. Okay. So again, here being 6 1/4 by 4. So this is the 4 or 3 3/4, and this is the 6 1/4. You're going to score that long side at, again, it's going to be 1 and 2 inches, 1 and 2 inches, and then it's going to be scoring at 5 1/4, 4 1/4, 2 and 1. Again, each side is 1 and then 2. All right. That's all you have to do for your scoring. Now, once you have this scored, you're going to fold in and in. So both of these go in. All right. These go in towards your center, in towards your center. Decide what you want as your image on the inside. It could have been the opposite. Okay. Could have been the opposite. I decided to go this way. Does not matter. All right. So that's that part. Okay. Then this does this. This goes in and in. All right. So those first folds will go in and then up, in and then up. All right. This flap right here is what's going to adhere to this outside 1st-inch flap. This is how it's going to go. It's going to go right in here, and that one's going to go right in there. And you're going to go ahead and then close that up. Now, sometimes, and especially with the cardstock, it might be a little long. If it is, that's fine. Just cut 1/8 of an inch off each side and you're good to go. If it seems a little hard to close. Okay, if it's not quite closing and bending, don't do that. Just cut a little bit. It won't matter because it's hidden and it does not matter at all. Okay. The other thing here that we can do is, of course, you can place a piece of white cardstock right here. A 4 by 5 1/4 is all you need. And so I would simply glue a piece of white cardstock on the back of this first, okay? And so once that was done, I would fold that over. And then I went ahead and made this little tag. And so the measurement of this right here, all right, is the measurement of this part right here that you see is about 2 1/8, maybe 2 1/4, maybe 2 1/4 could be as big as 2 1/4, 2 1/8 to 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. I made this 3 3/4. So then what I did right here is I made this a 2 by 3 1/2. And then I went ahead and used my corner tri punch that they have now, a brand new one, which is really nice. And then put my little, just glued these on with my standard glue, my Tombow glue, and just went ahead and used my wonderful little stamp set to make the image. And the sentiment, "You melt my heart." So I went ahead and used that and that one. And then I used this and these pieces to make the stick. All right. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I can go ahead and glue. Well, I'm going to glue that on second. Okay. So what happened? Oh, here's my paper. I knew I had that. I thought, my goodness, what happened? Okay. So here it is. I was wondering, I thought I had it. So what I did here is I wanted to go ahead and have some more of this paper on the back is what I did. I'm sorry. And so this is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's the spacing here. So I'm doing a little bit of a different cut because I want to see some of it. But basically you would do this at 4 by 5 1/4. You would do this DSP piece, and that's what I did do. I'm sorry. I was wondering where it went. I thought, well, maybe I just wasn't going to go into that much detail with this. And I thought, well, I thought I was. And here it is. So I'm going to put that back here first. Center that. I made this taller than I did wider on purpose. That's just something I wanted to do. But 4 by 5 1/4 would be just great for this. Just great. And then the white piece then would be 3 3/4 by 5, right? So you can go ahead and do that, your white cardstock. And that's what you would do. And I can tell that that piece is too wide. I can already tell that this piece is too wide. And okay, I'm just going to cut off a 1/4 of an inch there. I'm just going to cut off a 1/4 of an inch or so that I can get that on there. I'll have to clean that off. So like that. And I hope I did this correctly up and down. Let's hope. Yes. Yay, I did. Yay. So that's all cute. Yes, all very cute. So that's the back. Okay. And that gives you quite a bit of sturdiness, that double layer. Yes. All right, so I just glued that. Then I'm going to glue this. Now, again, it's just going to glue here. The most important thing here is that you make sure that you're cupping this into, this edge must cup into that groove. That is important, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece and put the glue right here. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of center it. I don't want it too low. I don't want it too high. I kind of want it centered. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right. That's my first. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Put the glue there. And again, it's going to be that first one. And what you want to do with this when you do this, you want to make sure it doesn't go over. Sure it doesn't go over like that. That's good. And then this one, what you're going to do is you're just going to bring it in. Just bring it in. Just bring it in. Once you put your glue in, bring it in and let it glue itself. And that should work just beautifully. Okay, so you basically glue that and just bring it in and fold it. Make sure that it folds so that it folds correctly, all right? You do have to make that fold, so you do have to close it. So you glue that side, put it on, then glue this side, and then close it to make sure that that works out nicely. Now I can go ahead. This is a pop-up card, so I am not going to go ahead and put any dimensionals on this since it's already popped up. And I'm just going to glue this a little bit on here. And this will fit right onto my piece right here. Let me go a little cattywampus. This card is very easy to make, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do is I can go ahead and put some little fun ornamentation here if I want, anywhere I would like. And so I did cut these out. I did fussy cut those out. But here is that card. And it's just, you melt my heart. And this would be a little birthday card. And the thing I found out is just open it up and it'll stand. You saw what I did. Just do this and then it will stand for you very nicely. All right. And so there you go there. And then I would go ahead and probably I am going to stick one right about, let's see, where do I want to stick them? I want to stick one here. Trying to figure out where I want to stick some of these guys. Do I want to stick one here? I think I do want to stick one right down there for sure. And this is kind of like, I'm just going to put this on the corner here. Just put that on the corner. This is all for fun. That's going to come out. All right. And then that one, I'm going to go ahead and put right there. just for fun. So when here you go, when you're looking at it, that's what you get. Yes. So that's kind of fun. And since I'm going to stick it right about there, I'm just going to glue it right here, looking at where I'm going to stick it. I'm going to glue that just about right here, right on there. I always like to do it afterwards so that I can see. It's not that difficult to do. So it's kind of fun, all popping out, little popsicles. Yeah. And I did have another one, but I don't think I would put a third one on that front anywhere. I don't think so. He's kind of fun, but I don't think I could put one here, I guess. I could put one there if you would like that. That could be cute, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it like that. All right. Then on the back side, what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to put this right here. I just created this one, cutting out paper, fussy cutting, stamping and cutting out. All I did was fussy cut. I stamped this actually on some colored designer paper. And so it added some dimension to that stamp, right? And so there are these ice cream cones as well, which are kind of fun. And of course, you can decorate your card any way you like and have a little bit of fun with this. As you see here, we can have a lot of fun in your little message back here. But you can go ahead and do something like that. A few right down there on the side. I think that's just kind of fun. This is supposed to be a fun card for a birthday. That's all I wanted. And that can go right off. It doesn't have to be right on the white card all the way. Just kind of tumbling down ice cream, popsicles. And that's that card. All right, so that's a great little card. And you can put your little message on the back and you are a go. All right, so that's how you build this style card. And I'm going to show you a little bit what I did with the other one, so that you see the pieces that are needed and how it was done. Again, this was 8.25 by 5.5, and then scored at 7.25, 6.25, 2 and 1. Same thing, 6.25 by 4. I did this one by 4. All right. And then let's look at that suite and how that works. Now, the first thing I did is this piece. Oh, let me talk about cutting the paper. So when you take your 8.5 by 11, okay, you can produce, right, 2 of these, correct? You can produce 2 of these because they're 5.5 by 8.25. So you can, and again, it's 8.25. So you just take a 1/4 inch off. And so you can produce 2 of these sizes from one cardstock. From this one, you can go ahead and produce 3. And 3 pieces from one piece of cardstock. And the way that works is that you're going to go ahead and first cut this, your 8. You're going to cut your 4 this way, all right? And then that'll leave you another piece here and another piece here. So you'll get 3 pieces from this, all right? So again, you're going to cut first your 4 inches here, right? Since this is the 11, all right? And then you're going to go ahead and cut here and here, since that's 8.5, and you're basically doing 4. So you have plenty of cardstock to do 3. So just 2 for the larger piece, and you get 3 for the smaller one. All right, so now all I did was I simply took this, after scoring and everything, I simply took this and went ahead and put it in, and went ahead and pressed it and embossed it. And then with the other one, what I do, and I wanted to show you how to do that, it's fairly simple actually, is what you have here is you are simply going to take your folder. This is the top. This is what will make your impression. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to line it up. You're going to take that second score, make sure that you know where your second score is, and you're going to line it up right to the edge of where the brick begins. And so you can see that, you'll see that edge, and you'll line it up, and then all you do is close it down and run it through. Very, very easy. And you do that to the other side as well. Again, you're going to lay this down and lay this score line right onto this edge, and that edge is right here. Right here, I line my score line up and then put it through the machine. Very simple, works very easily and nicely. I did use the craft ink. After that, I did use the white craft ink, and that chic, that sweet, that season of chic. Beautiful, beautiful snowflake. And again, as always, we have learned that when you stamp, just keep turning it around, keep turning your paper around when you're stamping it, and that'll help you get your orientations. All right. With this, remember, you have to wait. So I had to definitely ink this before, without a doubt. All right. Then I die cut this out, this piece from the die set. All right. And then I went ahead, and there it is right here. And then I inked it again with the sentiment, "Have a Sweet Christmas," from the stamp with the white. Okay. And that was it for the white. Once those were done, I went ahead and did use the chic dies, and I produced that little snowflake. That is part of those chic dies right here. Very, very cute. A lot. 1, 2, 3, right? 5 different, and this could be a bubble, 6 different Christmas items. I think that's fabulous. Then I did use the stamp set to produce these little candies, and then die cut them out. There's 2 of them in here, so you can go ahead and die cut that out. And then the roof I die cut in white. The house I die cut out. And then what I did is I used the stamp to do these. Now, the way I did this, and I'm just going to show you because I'm fairly new at stamping, and I don't know all the tricks. And so I wanted to make sure I had my door and windows where I wanted them. So what I did is I went ahead and put my door on in the center, and then I took the windows, which are right here, and I layered them and practiced until I saw exactly where I wanted my windows. And I placed them. Matter of fact, I placed the top of this at the bottom of this line right here. That's how I did that on the other side, so that I can stamp. And then once I do that, I can look and stamp right there and get that. They also have this cute little restamp, and I was able to do that as well. So that is the stamped item. So again, I would just put a piece of white cardstock on the back of this. That's all I'm going to do. So on the rest of this, all I'm going to do is, like I said before, remember this goes down, these go up, this goes down, these go up, then these go down and down, so in and in, okay? And then I'm going to put my glue right here. On my green piece, and I'm going to pretty much center that. That looks pretty centered. That looks pretty good. And all I want to do is make sure that I am in there. All I want to do is make sure that I am in there. The tendency to go a little low. I'm going to go a little higher. There you go. There you go. And then all I do again is just glue this piece like this. Then I'm going to take this and just make sure that it goes across well. Just make sure that it goes across and everything is nice and even. And there you go. You see, isn't that front just great? Little embossed front. Isn't that fun? I think that's so fun. Anyway, so next, again, since this pops up, all right, just like that. And you can see here the snowflakes inside, which is perfect. You see your brick. All you have to do now, once you've done all your stamping, all I do is I put my roof on, put a little glue here, and a little glue here, put my roof on, and I put it right over the entire top, like that. And I'm going to put him pretty low. And again, I mean, you can go ahead and use dimensionals, but I won't since it's already a pop-up. And I'm going to put this pretty low, which is kind of good because then I have that nice background. See that nice little background right there? And then I'm going to go ahead and be able to put my little saying right on top there, as you can see. And I do have it so that I'm going to glue that down as well. I do have it so it's a little bit above, which is just fine, which closes that up, which is just like that. See how cute that is? And then I'm going to go ahead and put my little candy canes here, just like that. I'm going to put the glue on the stick and on that right-hand side, because I don't know how far left I will go. And so that my candy canes come right about here. So I want my candy cane to come right about here. I want my other candy cane. So I'm going to glue this edge here and the stick. This edge and this stick. And put it down and eyeball it so that they are kind of level. They are like that. Cute. And then I'm going to put my snowflake right here. Oh, there he is. And again, I'm just putting the glue in the center of my snowflake here. And I'm putting it kind of on the edge right here. Just like that. And there's my card. Isn't that a sweet card? Have a sweet Christmas. Christmas in July, right? All right. So I just wanted to show you that card. And so you see how they're made. They're very, very easy. Have fun making them. I'm really glad that I got the gingerbread house. I really like these cards. I think they're fun. They can be as playful as you like, or as serious as you like. All right. This is a stamp set, says so happy for you. It's still in the mini for a couple of more days until the end of the month. And so I would check out the mini just to see if there's anything you think you might be missing from that wonderful catalog. And although you could use the abstract beauty as well for this. This is one of my favorite, as you know, the actually it's called Hello Beautiful. I'm sorry, this set, I love this set. Yeah, it's Hello Beautiful, and you could do something very similar with this and the words. All right, so, and that's still in the annual catalog. So, okay, so there you go. Well, I hope you had fun watching this today, and I will see you next Tuesday around 3 o'clock. And I thank you very much. And I will say, remember to like or heart if you're on Facebook, like if you see me on YouTube, because this will be on YouTube and my blog. So please go ahead and visit those sites. And remember that I do have this page if you find me on YouTube, and it's Renee's Paper Crafts Business on Facebook. Come join me. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great, great day and a happy 4th of July to all.